Okay, this is your basic headstock, okay, of your guitar. This is the first thing that you need to know, the little nuts and bolts, okay. These are the tuner peg. These are what you turn to make the pitch of your strings go up or down, okay. So we can tune our guitar from here. The strings, they go on to this little area, which is called the nut, and the strings fit inside of the nut there in little grooves, keep them nice and neat. These are the frets, okay. The frets, here's a fret number 1. If you're going to play something on the first fret, you're going to push somewhere behind. Here's fret 1, behind, okay, behind fret 1. Okay, so fret 2, here's fret 2. Here's fret 3. This is where you place a finger, okay, to play like a G chord. Okay, as you move up the fretboard, these are just they're fret indicators, okay. One, they look nice and there's a whole bunch of different patterns of these dots, but one, they just give you a reference of here's fret 5, here's fret 3, here's fret number 7. They just let you know what fret is, okay. This right here with the double dot, that's fret 12. Okay, it's always good to know, good for a reference, fret number 12. Okay, body of your guitar. This one happens to be a cutaway, okay, and the cutaway is just so that when you're playing up in here, you can get up past the 12th fret, because normally the 12th fret, this is where the body shows up on the 12th fret, okay. Now this particular one that I have here, it's a cutaway, so that way you can play some extra higher notes, and you can grab them because of this little cutout, okay. Sound hole, this is what amplifies it besides putting it into a amplifier. This is your strike plate, so when you're strumming, you end up striking with your pick right here instead of your guitar, and then you start to get some scratches on it. Okay, so this is what this is designed for. It's a strike plate. Okay, this is where the strings, this is called the saddle, okay, and the saddle holds the bridge, and these particular ones are end pins, and they hold the strings in place. Okay, on the back of the guitar, generally there's a guitar strap button, okay, and that just holds your guitar strap. It has a little slit in your guitar strap that just goes right around there, and then you can put the other end either up here, or you can put your other end underneath the strings right here, and you just tie it. Okay, now this is just one thing, this is just kind of the nuts and bolts, okay, of the guitar. Now, here's something in particular that I'd like to show you. On these particular guitars, they're in acoustic guitars and stuff, okay, you need to do just basic chords and scale, okay. Here's like a chord, a G chord, and you're going to strum it 1, 2, switch to another chord. And then yet another chord. Okay, now see how it wasn't really that fast, okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very slow pace there, but this is the speed that you should be able to change chords. This is what we're needing to learn is 1, chords. And you should be able to practice on chords, placing your fingers on there, okay? And then being able to take from this chord to that chord where there isn't a big gap in time. So we're wanting to just okay? Something really simple. Okay? Now, besides learning the chords and where your fingers are going to go, scales. Okay? Basic C scale there. Okay? Now, learning a scale, there isn't very many songs that just go like this. So the reason why you would want to learn scales is so that you can play a portion of a scale. Just a portion of a scale and then go to a chord. So that way you're playing chord, scale, chord, scale. Okay? Or like G chord. Okay? So you can move from one chord, go up this scale avenue or scale road, scale street, or whatever you might want to call it. Okay, so you're using a scale and a chord, interacting with those, just to go from chord to chord. You interject a little bit of scale. And it makes the song sound a little bit better than just going. Okay, so a little bit of scale, a little bit of chords. This portion here, I want to show you this. Okay, when I go to do a few things with my guitar, I'm going to play a bass note for the chord and then a strum. Bass note, down, up, bass note. Okay, you can also go also. Okay, so you can have some down strikes, some down up strikes, some down, down, up, down. Okay? So down, down, up, down, up. There's another one. When you speed that up a little bit, it sounds like a very familiar strum. So there's a whole bunch of different strums, and there are quite a few just finger picks. Thumb on 1 and 2. Have something like all 3, where you're striking all 3 strings with these 3 fingers. Okay, so we have bunch of finger picks, strums. So there's 2 things to really learn. Well, actually 3. Okay. Well, wait a minute. 4. Okay. We have some strums. We have some finger picks. Okay. And then up here we have chords to learn. And we have scales to learn. Now, there's also little extra stuff like slides, sliding from 1st fret to 3rd, okay, or on any string, doesn't make any difference, and a little waggle, okay, so then we have a bend. A bend is just pulling or pushing the string. Okay? These are just some little extra stuff. Now, where to learn some of the stuff that I'm showing you here is basically just on this next video. Okay? And I show you, it goes to Guitar Week 1. Okay, and then you look at all the stuff there, because I have all these chords, where to place your fingers. Okay, I have the chords in a picture form, and I have the chords in a video form, and I also have scales in a video and scales in picture format. Okay, so I have all these little diagrams and stuff, and they're just in this week 1, week 2, week 3, and we just kind of progress from there. You have to learn chords, and you have to learn a little bit of scales, and then we put together stuff to play a song. Now, again, chords and scales with your left hand, and your right hand down here is going to be either a strum or a finger pick or a pinch type of thing. Okay, because we can also play a little classical stuff. Okay, and those are just little pinches. So go to Guitar One on the website, and then go to week 1, week 2, week 3, and just kind of progress from there.